They would go to replace the stars and stripes over Sumter, adding, if there are not white men enough north to do this without enacting over again the horrors of St. Domingo by the butchery of women and children, then it would be better to let the Union fall. We fight to the last against traitors, but not against the defenseless. Right? Now, obviously that's a propaganda piece. There's a kernel of truth in this in relation to Irish service throughout the war. In my view, actually, it's wrongly been seen to have massively suppressed Irish service. I argue, in fact, that that wasn't the case. But I just want to briefly touch here. I don't want to underplay the patriotism that a lot of these guys had. A lot of these guys were here to defend the Union and the United States. Again, that is, in my view, a bit underplayed in terms. That is why the majority of guys enlist. That and the other reason is economics, right? They're the two big ones. And just to talk about, you know, the things that are going through these guys' minds when they're coming up this ravine, they know they're about to go into action. We'll see in a while, lots and lots and lots of these guys had wives at home who were pregnant or children who were only a few months old, right? So a lot of things going on in these guys' heads. But this is the type of reporting that's going on. It says in April 1861 that the rank and file of the men who enlisted were labouring men and mechanics, upon whose pecuniary condition the dullness of the past 6 months, in other words the recession caused by the secession of the Confederate States starting with South Carolina, has operated with the most disastrous effect, leaving them in too many instances totally without resources to sustain their families during their absence. Right, so that gives you an idea of the straits of some of these men. And the idea that you might enlist because there's a promise of financial reward. In the early days, many of the men's employers even committed to maintaining militiamen's wages.